Good morning, traders, and welcome to NewsWare's Trade Talk for Friday, January 2nd. Okay, let's get into the action. Take a look at the S&Ps. We're trading higher. We're up 0.6%. That's a nice move. And what's leading this market higher? It's really the tech stocks. We're seeing some strong gains in technology stocks this morning, which is really propelling this market higher. Looking out for 2026, that AI trade is still expected to be the dominant theme in the markets. Major tech players are anticipated to continue delivering gains, but there is going to be a little bit of a washout. The smaller players that are trading more on hype than revenue, they may wash out, but the big boys are going to continue to deliver gains is really the feeling of what I'm reading. Key economic data point for today is going to be that PMI manufacturing data coming out after the opening bell. White House announced that they're going to be delaying tariffs on upholstered furniture until next year, like January 1, 2027. What else? Oh, next week we got that CES, Consumer Electronics Show. That starts next week. And, you're going to be hearing from the CEOs of NVIDIA. You're going to hear from the CEOs of AMD. That's something to watch out for. And then earnings the earnings calendar starts to pick up next week. No real big names, but we start to get a few names that are interesting to watch. Okay, let's take a look at the European markets this morning. We're looking at the DAX. The DAX is up 0.24% or 59 points. It was up over 100 points. But, it is being supported by gains in autos in the defense sector. The FTSE in London, that's up 0.42%. I've seen some strength in energy and mining stocks. And in Paris, the CAC is up 0.30%. Tech, energy, defense stocks, they're all moving higher. Then we're looking over in Europe, or we're looking over in Asia. And Asia was, a lot of it was closed. I mean, the Nikkei was closed, the Shanghai was closed, but the Hang Seng was open. The Hang Seng rallied 2.76%. That's 707 points. Wow. And you saw gains in consumer, technology, and property stocks. So they were all moving higher, which was good to see. Then a quick note on oil. And oil is weakening this morning. You got WTI at $57.03 a barrel, whereas in Brent's at $60.43 a barrel. They're down about 0.7% this morning. And there is this upcoming OPEC meeting that's scheduled for Sunday that you got to pay attention to. No dramatic results is expected out of it, but any meeting could have something to do with production plans, and that's why we're paying attention to it. But then you have the Ukraine peace talks with Russia. Ukraine's kind of positive, saying they really want to do a deal. That if that deal does happen, you get a flood of Russian oil coming into the global market. That would really weaken prices for oil, so we got to pay attention to that. Moving on into into the economic reports today, you get the PMI manufacturing data coming out at 9:45 a.m. and then at 10 a.m. you have construction spending. On Wednesday we had the initial jobless claims, which actually came in at 199,000 for the week ending Dec 27. Now, that's lower than the expectations of 220,000 and below the previous week's number of 215K. It's kind of showing that the labor market is kind of stabilized. So we're going to keep an eye on that just to see if that trend continues or not. Okay, let's take a look at the markets this morning. See what we're seeing. Honestly, I'm looking at my Dow stocks. I have two lower. And then I have a 4 unchanged, and the rest are higher. So, we were looking good at the start of trading for this year. That's positive to see. Okay, let's take a look at some of the stocks making moves. Meta gets an upgrade. Tesla sales fall in France, Sweden. But they did go higher in Norway, which was interesting. I believe they also fell in Portugal as well. Something on Amazon. Trump's delaying those increased tariffs on furniture for another year. It's beneficial to Amazon. It's beneficial to Home Depot. In terms of Dow Jones 30 stocks, what are we seeing? Boeing, they were awarded a $2.73 billion Apache support contract through 2030. NVIDIA, Microsoft, Amazon. These are the dependable AI theme leaders for 2026. You can count on them. All right, that's all I'm seeing really this morning. Let's move on to our stock of the day, and I'm going to go with IBM, Big Blue, International Business Machines. I mean, tech is running hot today, and they are the leader in quantum computing, and they did, sell off hard on Wednesday, so I think that IBM could have a little bit of a turnaround. You look at, Wednesday's call volume, 9,855,000 to 11,574 puts, which is negative, but the open interest is positive at 185K versus 151K. I think Wednesday was kind of a one-day thing. It was the end of the year. But the major brokers, they're continuing to be positive on the stock. They still like the stock, But for me, my entry price, I'm going to say 296.75 is an entry price for IBM. 296.75. If I can get in there, it's worth taking a shot on it because it's going to turn one day soon, so we're going to keep an eye on IBM today. All right, let's take a look and let's see what if there's anything hot coming off of the last 15 minutes or so. Journal report: Kraft Heinz lost its track on mac and cheese. They have. You had the Macau numbers come out. Boyd Gaming is down about 0.7%. U.S. concluded that Ukraine didn't target Putin in a drone strike. Came out late. TNXP, Tom Nancy X-Ray Paul 0.72 reports a 9.2 passive stake in the company, TNXP. Interesting. OTLK, Oscar Tom Larry Kilo announced that the FDA did not approve its muscular degeneration drug. Baidu, BIDU, moving higher on news that it's planning to spin off its AI chip unit. We've seen some strong gains in Baidu. U.S. Department of Commerce has granted Taiwan Semiconductor an annual export license for U.S. exports controlled items. Talking chips. That's all I'm seeing this morning. Okay, let's move on into how we did on Wednesday's stock of the day, which was AMD, Apple Michael David. I mean, it worked out. I mean, it wasn't stellar. I mean, the volatility wasn't there, but, you are seeing some impressive gains this morning. I mean, the fact is the stock opened up at 215.82, and it did fall down to 213.80. Now, I was thinking 212.50 was my entry point. I was hoping for a little bit more weakness, but, it then rallied back. It hit a high at 217.54. You look at it right now, it's trading 217, 79. It hit 218.32 earlier this morning. So, if you look at the opening price versus to the high where it is this morning, yeah, it did make the 1%. So I guess it's positive. Just not the big catalyst event that I was looking for, and it didn't hit my entry point. But overall, it was a 1% winner. But that concludes today's podcast. Traders, you guys know what to do. Let's go out there and let's make some green.